Okay, so as I was saying, Mitoe is gonna play as China and Kaiserklein as France, and PrinceofKabul playing Russia, and the Conqueror playing France too. So we got a coin start. I'm gonna try to check the map, even though it's not necessarily really easy to do in 2v2. What's 1, 2, 3? A lot of hunts. 1, 2, 3, even 4. Everyone got 2 gold mines, so yeah, the starting hunts and gold mine are fine. I do scouting for the middle of the map, trying to get information about the treasures spawning in the middle, which are usually the best ones on this map, and also grabbing a few goats at the same time. And so does Kaiserklein with his native scout. This disciple was unlucky getting snared. I'm gonna try to read the chat meanwhile too. Starting now, it's the first game. Okay, so apparently everything is fine. Okay, so PrinceofKabul getting this nice 75 food treasure. Still good to find some food treasure as Russia in H1. The Chinese hero getting snared, but Kaiserklein is gonna come and try to fight that. And I think the Chinese hero plus the French hero are better than 2 standard European ones. Although there are some net scouts coming from both teams. I'm gonna set this UI bar on shipment sent, I think. Conqueror is gonna lose his native scout. On the other hand, Mitoe's hero is getting really low on HP. Might try to escape with the native scout plus Kaiserklein trying to snare that. No, he's gonna die, and this is gonna be 90 XP for Conqueror. On the other hand, PrinceofKabul hero is gonna die. And so what's remaining? There is Conqueror hero versus Kaiser hero, but he got a native scout, so he should be able to win this Explorer battle in H1. So players didn't scout that much of the map just yet, just because of this battle taking place early on. The sound is nice. Okay, cool. So pretty standard shipment opening for players, 3 CDB for both French players and Northern refugees, and the first wood trickle for Russia. Conqueror is gonna run under his TC. He lost a lot of HP, but I think he's gonna get away with this. It's a bit unfortunate that you can't have a second bar for the UI. You would get additional informations, but since we got 4 players instead of 2, that's probably not possible. So China is aging with the Summer Palace, and we see 2 forward villages for Russia. Oh, so Conqueror hero dies actually, that's pretty big. So he went for his training post in transition, but building with CDB and sending another CDB forward. Meanwhile, Kaiserklein is still scouting on the map to get some additional goats to send to China. Once they get fattened, this is gonna be a really good bonus for either China or France. So it seems that Russia and France are gonna go for a forward base in the middle of the map, trying perhaps to rush or just get some map control. And let's see, China is going for a war academy. So he's not gonna go fast fortress, just going for a market instead. And a stable in home for Kaiserklein. Oh. Okay, managed to sneak his native scout to rescue the Chinese hero. That's pretty smart. And 5 Cossacks first for Russia. Gonna try to harass perhaps France or China a bit. We got another subscription from Comet K saying I am Turk #1. Thank you for the subscription. This Chinese monk might die another time, but on the other hand, Kaiserklein maybe gonna lose 1 CDB here. Oh no, managed to pull him into TC in time. Doesn't have Will HP just yet, just steel traps. And 3 bites for China plus 3 Chokanus. And more cav being headed by Conqueror. Only 3 house for Kaiserklein though. Not the greatest batch. Oh, this CDB is a bit exposed right here. Oh, yeah, he's gonna lose this one. Okay, so there comes the second batch of the Chinese army. 6 spike and 6 Choganus in the total. Team Conk and PrinceofKabul are trying to get some raids going on, or just try to provide some idle time. Not gonna work. A second stable going out for France, as is 700 wood shipment. And second stable for Conqueror actually too. Mitoe just sent 8 Chokanus, maybe anticipating some harder aggression from Russia-France. Okay, we got some copy pasta going on in the chat. Okay, so third attempt to raid from PrinceofKabul. Meanwhile, just adding a stable and a blockhouse from his 700 wood too. Oh, we got another subscription from Queen 1988, but with no message. Thanks for the donation, Queen. Oh, this blockhouse might get denied. Oh yeah, this is a bit unfortunate for Russia. He's gonna lose a bit of wood and probably 1 villager. Yeah. So this blockhouse is gonna go down, and PrinceofKabul gonna lose a second villager. Trying to bring back his Cossack too. Might need them in the battle. And Kaiserklein and Conqueror meanwhile are both sending 700 coin into massing a lot of house. That's a really big batch of house here, 10 house. PrinceofKabul trying to raid but getting caught by these 3 house pop. 4 house actually, my bad. And cav HP for Kaiserklein actually. So Russia France are gonna lose their forward base, and PrinceofKabul is trying to rebuild the blockhouse in his base. And Conqueror is going for another stable in base too. Behind that, Mitoe is sending 700 coin, and seeing his resource distribution, he's gonna try to hedge. So Team Kaiser and Mitoe getting a really good timing here with a lot of cav and Chukunu spikes. And meanwhile, Mitoe is gonna hedge. Kaiserklein is taking a lot of food too. So I assume he's gonna try to send 600 coin maybe and try to follow the age up too. Oh, that's a lot of CDBs here. Thanks Gryphon AoE for the subscription. I love Lecastete and Tavern. But going back to the fight right now, Minutemen being called. Pretty good trade overall for Russia and France just here, but that's really a lot of cav from Conqueror. But the pretty good positioning for team Mitoe Kaiserklein. Oh, this is a really scary push. Team Mitoe Kaiser, knowing that they can't really engage that. Kaiserklein is going for a raid meanwhile. And just trying to save as many Shokanusa as they can. Kaiser and Mitoe are both aging at the same time. On the other hand, Conqueror and Prince have no intention about aging just yet. They are gonna go for the really heavy timing right now. Conk even sending team cav attack. Mitoe is building a tactical wall just here. And Kaiser's gonna send 2 house for another raid. So let's see how it goes. This is quite a scary timing, and we're gonna see how Kaiser and Mitoe manage to deal with this. Kaiser trying not to engage his cav. That's a really nice stroke for the Chinese army, even calling Minutemen from this. Oh, a nice cav batch from China from the back. But is this going to be enough? Another 5 Mitoe hammers as a shipment and 5 guns for the French player. A bit more actually, 10 guns. And 2 fags for France now. Getting a nice volley on this Ro8. On the other hand, Mitoe is losing a lot of villagers just on this raid, or just being distracted and not garrisoning them. So on the back of this, Conqueror managed to age. Mitoe is sending intervention as long as a batch of 6 red coats from the consulate. Getting a 3 kills. Conqueror is trying to sneak a few Minutemen to perhaps try to kill a villager. That's the time of where both teams are gonna try to get resources on the map. Oh, nice stim, but not gonna be enough. And 2 falconets for Conqueror now. So let's see unit loss to see. Wow, Mitoe lost 21 vills. Oh god, that's way too much. Kaiser and Mitoe got a timing right here. Ooh, falconets. But I'm afraid the Chinese eco being really bad right now. Oh, the Falks. Although that's a really good Falk rotation. Gonna get a decent trade from these Falks actually. Still one Falk being alive for Conqueror. And Kaiserklein is sending Cav Combat just here, okay. Conky is going for 1k wood and a second TC in the middle of the map. I like this decision. When you get the advantage, trying to get as many map control as you can. Mitoe is sending 10 arquebusiers.
Je suis blessé, je ne peux pas bouger.
Oh, and Conky is gonna go for a third TC behind that, okay. That might be a bit greedy, but let's see how it goes. Also, a wall of the chokes, preventing him from getting raided. So what is PrinceofKabul doing? Stacking resources. I believe he's gonna go H3 himself now. Mitoe is going for another TC, trying to improve his eco that has suffered a lot from this previous push. And Kaiserklein is going for a raid. There are a lot of exposed fields just here, but he's sending all his goons. That's quite a big risk. He could get counter-raided, or yeah, he's gonna go back now. Kaiserklein is sending team infantry attack for arquebusiers that now has 18 attack, and Dictator just sent Cav Combat. So both French players have a decent gun mass upgraded with Cav Combat. Sadly, Kaiserklein is gonna miss this. Oh no, he's going back now. And he's gonna get a good raid actually. Yeah, gonna kill 4 Vs here. Conqueror is gonna send all his goons back. And what is Russia doing? He's gonna send his army back too. That's another 2 Vs, maybe 3. Yeah. 4 Vs. Another one. That's a total of 16 Vs lost from PrinceofKabul. He's gonna also lose a few goons in the retreat. Oh, that's a nice Cossack catch on the goons. Oh wow, the goons running in the strelets. These strelets are not up just yet. Oh, the Cossacks catching them too. Oh, it's really bad, and the choke is so short then the goons having pathing trying to get away from this. Kaiserklein went for a second TC on the side. And these arquebusiers are pretty good. But now the turrets are upgraded, and PrinceofKabul just sends turret combat too. Let's stick to shipment sent. Refrigeration for Conqueror 2. Missed that sadly. This is the upgrade for infantry, getting a multiplier even more important versus light cavalry and heavy infantry. Those arquebusiers are pretty good right now. 20 attack. And Kaiserklein is going for refrigeration too. So let's check Mitoe's eco to see if he has recovered from that. He got 33 Vs. That's really that's still not enough. But well, China is known for getting a good cost efficiency of his units. Yeah, his units being cheap enough. So we're gonna see how it goes. Might have a battle here. Still one Falconet alive from the previous fight. Oh, sending CDBs forward, putting them back. So in the back of that, Prince of Kabul had a TC of his own. Let's check the resources banked. So neither player have any intention of going H4 just yet. Conqueror is sitting with the best eco by far with 57 CDBs. Mitoe slowly catching up in eco with 41 mil. Oh, sending the CDBs forward. That's a really win or die situation. Let's see how it goes. Using the CDB to snipe the Falconet. We have a few courier shares too. There come the clear switch for Conqueror9 with the arsenal and the team cavalry attack. The spears are already beast right now. Oh, 20 strategies popping from Prince of Kabul, and those might just be enough to pull back this push. So what about now? Kaiserklein got no unit left. He also lost a lot of eco, and there comes the GG. Nice throw. Okay. Maybe Kaiserklein didn't realize that Mitoe lost really a lot in this push. But anyway, that's 1-0 for Team Conqueror and Prince of Kabul. Oh, he's talking about the throw by getting this FB down and then pushing, but aging meanwhile. So what's going on in the chat? Ted breathing intensifies. Yeah, this was really close. I really feel like Team Prince and Conk got saved by this straight pop and the blockhouse. 20 strelets plus a patch of 10 just being enough, since there were only infantry remaining from Team Mitoe Kaiser. So yeah, Mitoe really lost a lot. Yeah, a lot. Alright, so we're gonna move to game 2 now. Gonna take a quick break to just drink something and be right back in 1 minute. Maybe Alright guys, welcome back for this game 2. So apparently we had a little problem with ESO, but not the biggest deal. ESO is back right now. So the map number 2 is gonna be Cascade range. Was nice, good raid. Oh yeah, talking about that gun raid. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't check the VL graph. But yeah, Mitoe lost like 20 VLs in that push, I believe. Yeah, indeed, Mitoe, that's the plan.
Yes, yes.
I might write that somewhere. We might need it. Okay, so Team Mitoe Kaiser played France and China. Team Prince played Russia and France. Lecastete range. Yes, Queen, you can gift subs. Thank you, Breeze Brothers, for these kind words. So Prince is locking in with India. And Kaiser is gonna play Russia. Kong picking Dutch. Okay, so I'm gonna write these two. Kong Dutch. What we get? Prince India. Russia. Waiting for Mitoe now. Stop reading the chat, Cascade, you casting noob. And Brits it's gonna be apparently. Brits. Okay, so for the viewers who just tuned in, welcome to this 2v2 Invitational hosted by ESOC and Hazza54321. We are currently in round of 8 between team Mitoe Kaiserklein and team PrinceofKabul Dictator. We're going in game 2. The score is currently 1-0 for team Prince and Dictator. The map is going to be Cascade range, and we got team Prince playing as India and Dutch, and team Mitoe playing as Russia and Brits. So we got 4 sieves that performs pretty well on no TP maps. Not really relying on shipments. So what kind of start we have? We got coin start. Very good for Dutch overall, but all sieves can market on this map, to be honest, with the few coin treasure you can get on the map and sometimes a few wood ones. So same stuff, I'm gonna try to check the map. So there are 2 gold mines, 1 and 2 bit 4, but not bigger still. Same for here. Players. Yeah, the unspawn seems fair. Anyway, this is not a map with a lot of hunts in base. So let's talk about the matchup a bit. We got Russia Brits who have really strong early H2 pressure potential, and same for Dutch and India, who has a pretty solid combination of units. Dutch can cav and India going infantry, and but India can also go goons in H2, which is a pretty good advantage in pronounced H2 plays. So all players are scouting for treasures right now. We got a market for Brits in Russia. No market for Dutch. Well, Hazzy's making villas with coin, that makes sense. No market for India either. Really need this wood to make villagers. An advantage of India is having 2 explorers to pick up this treasure. Okay, so same thing as the game before. No fancy shipments. 3 3 wheels for Dutch, 3 wheels for Brits, and would trickle for Russia and India. Have to keep in mind that this map got a bit of water. Not the greatest fish boom potential, but that's still something to consider, especially in late game. Well, you could use dew spawns to get some map control. Okay, so Dutch is gonna be the first one to reach colonial, since it's aging 14. And we got a forward aggro fort for India, but he's gonna age much after the other players. We see some manners going out for Mitoe, perhaps for an aggressive H2 play, or just gaining some line of sight about raids, or just unique popping from this aggro. And we got a blockhouse for Kaiserklein between the aggro and his own TC. Maybe gonna try to secure this hunt. He's going for 2-veil blockhouse, which is a bit greedy, but since he's facing India and Dutch, this blockhouse is pretty safe to go up. So stable for Mitoe, stable for Dictator. We're gonna see first shipment for Russia popping anytime soon. Let's see if it's gonna be 5 Cossacks or just 700 wood maybe to get up another blockhouse. So 700 wood for Dutch and 5 years for Brits, which is pretty standard when you start stable. Dictator is adding a second bank behind that. Let's see units in queue. What does he have? Oh, he doesn't have any horse popping just yet. Okay, not gonna train any. Okay, so he went forward stable, but instead he's going for economic structures in his base, which is pretty interesting. So Kaiser went for 700 wood and dropped a second blockhouse. So pretty passive opening for Team India Dutch. Making a few sepoys, but sending the wood tricker first, and gonna send the sepoys to defend. So Team Mitoe Kaiser recognizing that there's something weird going on, so they're gonna try to scout around this aggro, but scouting is gonna get denied. And they don't have enough stuff to actually poke or pressure. So 700 wood for Mitoe now. He's being popped currently. And a batch of turret for Russia, followed by 600 wood. Finally a few has out for Dictator, but he already got 4 banks in his base. So Team India Dutch going really greedy in this opening with a forward base. On the other hand, Mitoe is not booming that much. I mean, he went for 10 horse and was idle a bit. He's gonna have the racks now. And another wood crate for Conqueror. Let's see if he's gonna have another bank or just try to pump out units right now. Get some market upgrades too. And PrinceofKabul is making sepoys. Okay, that's a solid choice when you play India. Brit is gonna run out of hand soon. You still got one on the right, and this one too, but they are a bit more exposed, of course. And Mitoe Kaiserklein is massing a lot of threats. Perhaps they're gonna aim for a timing push. Mitoe is sending 6 musketeers actually, so it might confirm the idea to go for a push right now. And boyars for Kaiserklein, so yeah, this is really looking like a push incoming. More seapoys for PrinceofKabul, also adding a consulate and sending 300 export. This timing looks quite scary actually. See how it goes. It's not gonna get easy to get Cav on top of 2 strelets. Dictator is sending 700 food right now. So this table is gonna go down. But now there's a lot of hosts for Mitoe to snare this entire army, and for sowers popping from the back, but they're gonna get on top of those hosts. On the other hand, seapoys in melee are gonna completely clean those strelets and hosts. Still a lot of infantry remaining for Kaiserklein. I've been sending 13 strelets right now. And Dictator is going for another stable in his space, but it's gonna take a while. Minutemen being called from the Ottoman consulate too. But those skirms are gonna die. So it was a really good trade for Team Mitoe Kaiserklein. I'm curious to see how Prince and Dictator will be able to remass and hold this incoming pressure. Calling Minutemen, dropping 2 Raxes, but it's gonna take a while to train these units, even though they are flooding a lot of resources. Getting ready too. Oh, those skirms are a bit exposed. Yeah, they're gonna get caught. Calling Minutemen too. Pretty good job from Mitoe distracting them. Sending also Team Musketeer HP. So those Musketeers are a bit better now. And Kaiserklein is sending 5 Cossacks, so they're going really all in right now. Dictator tried to hedge, but how are you gonna deal with these? That's a really scary mass of infantry. They are at least almost 100 units. Trying to get up racks, but will this get up? No, it won't. Another big deal is now that Brits can gather freely on the map. So Mitoe and Kaiser are going for the right click TC. And this TC will probably go down pretty soon. Yeah, I don't see Prince and Dictator holding that. landing 5 sepoys, but yeah, there's just too much. All the, I mean, all of the Dutch eco without the bank was on this TC, so this looks like GG. Oh, it's starting to lag a bit, but thinking a few salvos, there's just enough Musketeers to deal with these. Dictator is trying to get up a tower, but this is it. GG. The score is now 1-1 for, well, for neither of the teams, but pretty well played overall. But Mitoe and Kaiserklein, we can wonder. The build from PrinceofKabul and Dictator, that going for such an aggressive base but going greedy behind that. Maybe Mitoe and Kaiserklein managed to read in that plan. Yeah, Dutch was down to 12 years. All right. So let's move on to game 3 now. So same plan, I'm gonna take a 1 minute break and we'll be right back as soon as the players are ready. Alright guys, welcome back. So we're moving on game 3 now. The score is currently 1-1. And we're gonna play on UIX Deccan, which is an improved version of the standard Deccan. But some of you might know from the repatch. So we're gonna see Mitoe playing as India with his teammate Kaiserklein playing as Germany. And team PrinceofKabul and Dictator are gonna play Brits and Aztecs. So this map got a lot of already a lot of resources, as they have yaks too, which is very good for India, giving them free XP. Wow, spawning with 80 wood in its base is pretty good, especially for India. And Germany going for a TP, since you get a really lot of starting crates on this map. With these starting crates, you have a lot of option. You could go for a really economic build in age 1, or either go for a really fast age up and try to be aggressive. So India is gonna go for a TP2, which is very greedy. But on the other hand, he's going TP 1010. I already got almost the food to age up. PrinceofKabul is already aging up at like 120. And going for a Carney Mata actually, and with no VLs on the Wonder. While Dictator went for a really greedy build with 3 manners and a market. Also gonna pick up 90 wood. Wow, already a warhead for Prince here. So he spent the starting wood for warhead, and he's gonna age at like 220. And actually, Germany gonna age way before Brits. Oh, he aged with 2 Skull Knights. Okay, so let's see what he's gonna do with that. Oh, nothing just yet. Mitoe is going for a small wall to wall a choke and prevent some potential aggression. I don't think he scouted this warhead just yet. He's gonna go for this 100 food too. And yeah, gonna get this. Maybe gonna get stomped. Oh, okay. So Kali Mata is really greedy. Conqueror is going for a batch of spikes and another 6 spikes. Maybe anticipating an Agra and trying to take it down, but Kaiser is walling the choke too. Okay, gonna right click a Vil and perhaps a house too. Yeah, and Mitoe is popped right now. So let's see, he's calling Minutemen. I'm gonna lose 1 Skull Knight here, but getting overall a good trade, getting 2 Vils and a house. So Mitoe was popped until now. And what did he send? would trickle in each one. It's funny that Brits is aging almost 2 minutes after Aztec. And Kaiserklein sent 8 bows first. I guess they need that to prevent Aztec for doing too much damage in the India base. And a batch of Yulan now for Kaiserklein. I think this is gonna be just enough to kill these coyotes and deny any further aggression from the Aztec player. PrinceofKabul sending 700 wood and team 3 Veils behind that. So not going super all in just yet. And Mitoe is going for a consulate now with 300 export first, so no military building just yet. And what is Brits doing? Stable in his base, slamming a few additional mainers. Alright, so 3 house from the consulate along with 5 sepoys, and now Team Germany and India gonna aim to right click this forward base from Aztec. India might lose this elephant, or maybe he can get away. Yeah, he's gonna lose. Ooh. This stomp was almost huge. And Kaiser is gonna try to go for some 2 Yunan raids, but they're gonna get spotted by this house. Pretty unfortunate timing. India is gonna go straight for the Aztec base, and let's see what Kaiserklein is gonna do. Nope, he's changed his mind. Maybe they're gonna go for Brits actually. So Mitoe is finally getting additional infrastructures such as a market and a rack. Gonna right click this freight tower. There's also a 300 wood treasure just nearby. So we're gonna see a fight here. A lot of Yulan, but a lot of cav and anti-cav. Looks like a fair trade, but there are still gonna be a few Yulan remaining. And they might manage to clean the maces, but there are also 3 coyotes plus a batch of 4 Haas to support that. So this push from Germany and India is gonna get delayed now. 2 Yuran raids also gonna kill a Veil here. But these Yulan are gonna get caught. Maybe he can escape one. Yeah. So let's see now. All players are H2. Doesn't look like any of them are gonna try to H. Perhaps Kaiser have a few resources in bank. Yeah, he's distributing all his vills to food now, and I expect him to have 700 coin on the way and try to age. On the other hand, Aztec is gonna try to push on this side, in the north of the map. Yep, that comes to 700 coin, so Germany is gonna try to age up. Still got a few Yulan as a support to deny any raiding pressure from the Brit player. So Team Aztec and Brits being a bit ahead in eco due to Team 3 vills, which is a pretty good card to send. And Coyote Combat coming in from PrinceofKabul now. Maybe they're gonna try to him for little push now. This wall wasn't completed by Mitoe, and now it's gonna be a bit late. Although they are not that much macy, so. And cavalry HP for the Brit player too, with a big batch of Hoss coming as a reinforcement. But Kaiserklein is gonna be up. He got a shipment ready. So let's see what Team Conk and Priest and Prince have in mind. Sorry, that's not easy to cast 2v2 because there are a lot of things going on. So Brit is slowly taking map control, leaving a few musketeers to deny any raid. Kaiserklein is researching Vetulans. That's a lot of house from the Brit player, adding a few musketeers too. They're gonna go for this treasure. What is that? Is this the infantry stuff? Yeah, 10% HP for infantry. That's really insane for seaports actually. On the other hand, Aztec and Brits are gonna try to push the India base right now. And those units are pretty far away from the base, and with the pathing due to the cliff, there is a window for Aztec and Brits to do some damage in this base, killing a few houses in the market perhaps. A 3-war wagon for Germany. And you got a batch of 5 too. Auto Minutemen being called too. Oh, those horses are straight in the middle of all the seapoys, and yeah, they're gonna melt pretty fast. On the other hand, those Yulan died too, but I think that was a really good trade for Team Germany India. So on the back of that, Brits is gonna try to age. What about Aztec? Aztecs and a bunch of unit shipments along with upgrades and crates. But now they are stuck in H2 with probably not the best eco too. So let's see how Prince can get away with this. Kaiserklein sending 1k wood behind that and taking the control of the middle of the map. Oh, these musketeers are gonna get picked off by these war wagons. And now Conqueror is mixing a few longbows. Prince trying to kite and get as much value as he can from those mace Altians. That's really a lot of war wagons for Germany now. And those guys feels unkillable for H2 units actually. Maybe longbows can perform well. But still getting a lot of value from this. And Mitoe send 4 sowers, so probably they're gonna try to push now. A batch of house with a lot of musketeers and the longbow from the age up too. So Conqueror might have some arguments to defend himself from this pressure, but it feels like Prince doesn't have that much units out on the field now. And yeah, Sepoys in melee with are pretty good. Well, still not the worst trade for Team Brits and Aztec. A lot of those war wagons have died actually, but they are reinforcing sepoys being upgraded now since Mitoe managed to age up behind that, along with 8 skirmisher shipment from Kaiserklein. I expect Brits to send 2 Falcons maybe. But yeah, maybe I missed something. Maybe Prince lost a lot of wheels due to raids. Let's see. No, he lost only 1 wheel. Maybe he's paying his aggressive starts being a bit too much all-in, perhaps. Mitoe sending the Sepoy and Gurkha card, upgrading them with the infantry treasure he picked up earlier. The Sepoys are getting better and better. 32 attack, 270 HP. Yeah, 2 Falconets for Brits now. But that's a lot of Huron. Nice remass from Kaiserklein. Getting up a tower to safely gather his coin. Precious coin for Germany. Oh wow, this raid is insane. That's a lot of wheels. At least 10 wheels were on this coin mine. And Team Yurumi now for Mitoe and Kaiser, along with Cav Combat 2. And that's basically a full infantry composition for Aztec and Brits. So Yurumi's Yunnan might do the job here. And yeah, maybe Mitoe and Kaiser are looking for an angle to engage that. Oh, 9 Yulan shipment from Germany, and then now this is go time. Nice positioning from the Cav on top of those longbows, and yeah, I'm afraid this is gonna go pretty bad for Brits and Aztecs. Although some reinforcing Cav trying to get on position on those Yurumis. His cannons were pretty well protected, but doesn't really matter versus 35 attack and 297 HPC poise. And yep, that comes to GG. So the score is 2-1 now for Team Kaiser and Mitoe. Alright, let's check the graph. Yeah, Brits lost 10 vills on this coin mine. Yeah, the map control from India and Germany just put them ahead, and yeah, it's just H3C versus H2 Aztec. Yeah, can even see it on the graph. Alright, let's move on the other game. I'll be right back in 1 minute.
TFL.
Alright guys, so welcome back to this 2v2 Invitational Tournament. We're moving on into game 4 and the score is currently 2-1 for team Kaiserklein Mitoe. Next map is ESOC Manchuria, and you're gonna see team Mitoe Kaiser playing Ports and Japan versus team Dictator playing Ports and Sioux. So we are already in game 4. It means that each team has played 8 civilizations so far, and then their civ pool is getting reduced more and more. So I believe players are getting more and more out of their comfort zone civ wise. And this is actually match point for team Mitoe. Alright, so gonna quickly check the map. What doesn't seem that there are any spawn problems. 2 hunts for Sioux plus starting 1. 2 hunts for ports. Same here for Kaiserklein. And yeah, it's also fine for Japan. So let's put the fog of war on for once. I often forget about that, sorry. So we got we got 2 players playing Portuguese on a good water map. So we will see if there is any water builds they're gonna offer us. Pretty sure Kaiser is not a big sea player, but we can always be surprised. I know from him that he prepared this 2v2 tourney a lot with Mitoe. So we will see. Scouting this nice 85 wood treasure. I'm not sure if Sioux scouted that. He's going for the yaks meanwhile, but he's gonna definitely scout that. This yak seems to be bugged. Doesn't want to convert. Okay, so we got a treasure contention here. Let's see who get that, not sure. Okay, so Kaiserklein get that. On the other hand, he's gonna be really low on HP now, and I believe he's gonna lose his hero here. Oh, nice divine strike. But won't be enough to manage to ensnare the Sioux hero. So Mitoe is collecting a decent amount of yaks. There are still a few remaining behind his base. and there are still a lot on suicide. It's weird to pronounce suicide. Whatever. I'm pretty sure you guys mean what I said. So let's check shipments and if we're gonna see maybe some schooners or stuff like that. I also never checked the deck, so this is gonna be a good opportunity to check them. Kaiserklein seems to be stacking his card, so probably no water play. Otherwise, he would send schooners, I believe. And let's see for Kong, what would this really heavy water deck with a lot of cards to fight water, advanced dock, team coastal defense, and really not a lot of unit shipment. Only 8 bows to defend in H2 and Mamelukes plus 2 heavy cannons, of course. So Sue is collecting a few yaks, and Pot's got a few too. Maybe one of them will go for some farm or livestock, maybe. We'll see. Japan sent 3 boats. It's gonna hedge with the Toshogu Shrine, I believe. Yeah. We will see what Kaiser and Mitoe game plan is gonna be. Same for Sue, actually. How do you play that if you rely on the ports going for a water boom? I believe this dock has been scouted by Mitoe, but well, if you look at Conqueror deck, you will definitely expect some hardy docks anyway. So Jap is going for a TP in transition, and that's an interesting choice. Maybe he doesn't want to go heavy Shrine Boom since he doesn't send the Heavenly Kami card. And a tactical wall plus the second TC from the Portuguese Age up going up near the water. Does Jap got any water cards? He got 2 Funes, but that's basically it. Team 3 boats, but I don't believe he will send that if they don't plan on playing water anyway. And Kaiserklein is going for a dock too. Okay, and he got a few water cards to send. And Dictator is going advanced dock, so he either plan on fighting water or just spamming a lot of boats from one dock. And you can train fishing boats insanely fast with schooners plus advanced dock, but Kaiserklein is sending 2 carriers, and that's why he hide his deck actually. Oh, and 2 Funes for Mitoe too. So they want to kill this dock as soon as possible. And they will for sure manage to do that, but they're gonna lose 1 caravel. Fune's rate of fire is pretty insane. And now Ports is adding a TC near the coast too. But Dictator is gonna drop another dock, and I'm not sure about this trade. They killed a few fishing boats, but they are quite cheap. He made another caravel, but one is low HP, and well, losing a caravel for a dock is not a very good trade. And those docks got advanced docks too, so they are really good fighting boats when you have a few fishing boats inside them. And PrinceofKabul meanwhile is going for some Axe Rider raids, and Mitoe is gonna have the Rax to probably deny this pressure. He's gonna lose at least 1 wheel here, maybe another. Oh, he's not paying attention. This could go really bad for Jap. Oh boys, well, that's 4 wheels dead. Could have been worse for sure, but still. Oh, and now he's popping Minutemen, but a bit too late. What's going on the water? Kaiserklein still trying to fight this advanced dogs, and he's gonna manage to kill this one actually. But Dictator is gonna add another dog. He sent 700 wood now, so still no 2 caravels on the way. Perhaps planning on the strength of advanced dog to not send warships. I didn't know that in team games your the boats of your mates can be healed in your own dock. That's pretty cool. So Prince of Kabul just sieging a few shrines right now. Let's see how many vills. Might have lost 5 vills in total, and 6 fishing boats for Dictator. So Dictator managed to get up 2 docks now, and this is gonna be really tough now for H2 warships to get them down. Kaiserklein is aging behind that. Oh, and I like that they drop his TC near this stable treasure, which could be a free 200 wood stable for him. Prince still killing shrines meanwhile, trying to be active with his cav on the map. And now Dictator is finally starting to heavily fish booming. Although the other port player is gonna be up much before him, and okay, sending 2 caravels now. I'm gonna kill these Japanese boats. But Prince of Kabul sent the 3. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of these. These are like mercenaries, but for boats that you pay coin for them. How much do they cost? I think 500 coin or something. And these warships are pretty good compared to a standard caravel. They have more HP, more attack, and a better bonus versus warships. You can see on one volley of these 3 boats, almost 1 caravel was dead. Ooh, this TC placement. Oh, if Prince of Kabul reacts, he can probably take this TC down, but he's not really. He's finally seeing it now. There are 5 dragoons for Kaiserklein, but okay, he's gonna go back, so this TC will be saved. But I'm not sure about that trade. Maybe he could have tried to get the TC down, even if he was losing more cav for this. But there's a lot of things going on. Now Mitoe is gonna try to push on lands into the Sioux base. What is going on the water? It seems that Prince of Kabul and Conqueror managed to take a good trade on the water. So we'll see how it goes now. This is hard to tell because I'm not really used to water balance in 2v2s. So Dictator managed to hedge behind that, and Prince of Kabul is forced to sack his cav onto hashes and guns because he's being pressure on his base, and most of his eco is on the fire pit. Okay, so third TC for Dictator is gonna be more defensive, of course. On the other hand, his fishing boom is starting to get better and better. Let's see. All units. He got 20 fishing boats right now. Prince of Kabul managed to age up himself too. But let's see if he can save his TC actually. Or he escaped quite a few vills, but there are still 20 of them in this TC, and if it goes down, he can say bye-bye to more than half of his eco. Nine Wakinas now, so he's gonna be able to kite do Sashigarus a bit. These skirms have really high attack. But well, I guess Hashi speed is gonna do the job for Mitoe. And more Hashi is being brinked by Mitoe. What's going on in the water? I believe Kaiser and Mitoe totally gave up the idea of fighting water now, and gonna try to win on land basically. Let's see. Prince of Kabul still have 30 vills. He's repairing his TC too. Kaiser is raiding with a few guns. Not gonna get much down. Killing a few Sioux villager. So Conqueror is stacking a lot of resources just yet, and he's starting to mass a lot. Mitoe is aging behind that. He's not going for the Golden Pavilion. What is he going with? Tech being research. He's going with the Shogunate. Oh, that's a lot of guns for Kaiser. They have been upgraded by the CAF combat for ports. And Dictator is going H4 actually. Going H4 but being really behind in military. And now Sioux is gonna lose more units once again. Perhaps lose more vills even. Oh, these Wakinians are being stuck here because of this wood crate. And 9 Yumis for Japan, so going really aggressive on this H3. Not sure if a Dictator can hold this on his own. Till now, I don't think so. The guns from Kaiserklein are being very good right now. So that's Shigarus, of course. And Conqueror sent CM actually. Oh, so perhaps you wanna bait all this army into 2 or 3 TC CM pop, which would be very good. We'll probably get a good trade, and it's giving some brief space to Sue. Okay, so Kaiser just invested into the arsenal tech for his goons. Okay, first CM pop, and 2 heavy cannons now. Oh wow, nice, nice volley. He's gonna get a second one, I believe. Kaboom! Oh, that was a really good volley. Meanwhile, PrinceofKabul trying to do his best with what he's got, which means no map and not the greatest eco either. Relying on infantries between his TPs to get a lot of HP and attack. 38 attack skirms are very good. And Kaiser is still raiding a lot with his goons. So the question is, can Dictator carry Team Prince to their win? What else to point out? Mitoe is aging to H4 right now. Conqueror got his second factory up now. So his eco is actually insane right now with the fish boom. But let's compare Conk eco with Kaiser land eco, because I know Conk got raided a lot. So let's see all units. 55 Vils to 85 for Kaiser and 24 fishing boats. So Conk is a bit ahead in eco, but he's behind in military. But still, Kaiser is aging right now, so there's still a window for Sue to recover from this, heading another TC. Oh, finally getting this free stable. And now Conqueror is going monitors. Which is an option for them to try to get an advantage of this water battle one. So now Kaiser and Mitoe are gonna wall. And 4 flaming arrows being shot by Mitoe. Not much to say right now. Both teams are camping a bit. Does Prince have a late game deck? Not really, but he still got a few cards to send. Cheaper cav, upgrade for TPs, and of course unit shipment and unit upgrade. An attempt to raid from Conqueror, but getting caught by Yumis and Dragoons. I'm afraid that Kaiser land eco is being better than Conk eco overall at this point. Yeah, 91 VLs. Oh well, that's quite close, and Kaiser doesn't have both factories, so... $1k food for Sue. Let's see how these H3 Wakinas can perform versus H4 Yumis if they are behind TPs. Conqueror is getting Genitors upgrade now. And same for Kaiser, getting the Genits. Conqueror is still lacking of the Arsenal tech. Or maybe he got the Arsenal tech but he doesn't have good combat. Sending Eco Theory now. And this is a tough spot for team PrinceofKabul and Dictator. Oh, but calling the Dog Soldiers big button, but not a problem for Genits plus H4 Yumis. It's starting to lag a lot now. Oh wow, this is getting really laggy. More TPs for Sue, getting even more insane Wakinas. 41 attack. Trying to be a match for these Yumis. But doesn't have enough. Yeah. He's also on Wild Dance right now, but still. I think Priest lost too much, like he got 126 score. Sure, Gungun's been trained by Conqueror, but there are also Genits from Kaiser that can deal with them pretty efficiently. Although Conqueror is getting a pretty good trade on those Yumis. And yeah, meanwhile, Team Mitoe Kaiserklein are sending eco upgrades and unit upgrades. This is starting to look very bad for Team PrinceofKabul. Yeah, and PrinceofKabul is out. Yeah, he can't ever recover from this. And yeah, it's a matter of time before Conqueror resigns now. And this is it, GG. So score is now 3-1 for Team Kaiser and Mitoe, and yeah, Team Mitoe gonna move to the quarterfinals of this 2v2 Invitational Tournament. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Maybe Sue wasn't the best Civ to support a water play from ports, I don't know. But still, let's say well play for Team Mitoe and Kaiser. I'm gonna quickly check the graph. Yeah, Dictator outgathering everyone, but only by a bit, since he was raided a lot. Yeah, and Prince often getting 2v1, losing Vils and all his army every 2 minutes, and yeah. Just can't ever catch up with Jap and Port.